Hola!
Hola!
We are Greg and Lisa on the Greg and Lisa YouTube channel. So that's us. We are here today to give an update. So, and we mentioned earlier that, you know, we're at different levels, not very far apart, but we're at different levels right now. So it would be kind of difficult for us to do like a 300-hour update or a 600-hour update. So we're just going to give an update every month of where we are, how we're feeling, and, you know, how the process is going. So, and for those of you who, you know, this might be your first time seeing one of our videos, we really focus on comprehensible input with Dreaming Spanish. They have a platform, they have a website, and we'll probably include a link here for those that want to find out more about Dreaming Spanish and how it works. There's a bunch of people out there who are like diehard Dreaming Spanish people like us. So, okay, great. So, Greg, yes, okay, we already said that. Great. So, I want to talk a little bit about what level we are and how many hours we're at.
So, I am at 307 hours, and which is level 4 intermediate videos. I do about, the goal is to do 2 hours and 50 minutes a day, or that's 170 minutes. I don't always hit that goal. I think lately we've been in the process of a lot of stuff because some of you may or may not know, we are in the process of trying to get ourselves to Spain in the beginning of next year. So we have a lot of stuff going on. So the goal is 2 hours and 50 minutes. I am happy if I make it to 2 hours. So that's generally where I kind of fall, but I'm trying to do that 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah. And I would say, so I have 359 hours. I am level 4 and my goal is 3.5 hours a day. I haven't done that in probably the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, I mean, right now I'm in the process of working a lot. So I try and watch what I can. Some days I'll get 60 or 70 minutes in, and some days I get pretty close to my goal. But I think it's important for us to say that because there's a bunch of people out there that are just like us. We do see some people who, you know, what they call them, speed runners or something.
Speed runners, yeah.
Where they do, you know, like 4, 5, 6 hours a day, which that would be nice. But there's a lot of people like us who actually are not able to do that.
I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
I don't know how they do that.
One day, that'd be nice. Okay, great. So we just want to talk a little bit about kind of what we've experienced over the last month or so.
Or what we've maybe changed from last time. I don't know. I know for me, I was just solely doing the Spain dialect. I kind of opened it up to doing some of the Mexican speakers, Andrea and Michelle, and there's another one. But
sorry, I can't help you because I don't.
I know. So he doesn't do that. But that's what I've kind of opened it up there because, and for me, what I do is I select the videos by random, and I choose the ones that are of interest to me because I can focus a little bit more on those, but I was going to talk about not focusing as well. But that's what I'm doing. I have done a few hours this month of on outside platforms or outside the Dreaming Spanish platform. I watched on Netflix, they have Nailed It Spain. They also have Nailed It Mexico or whatever. Those are actually kind of funny. And it's like a half an hour of relatively, it's intermediate Spanish, but it's funny and it's fun. And so I've been doing a little bit of that. And yeah, that's what I've been doing.
And I would say that I've really just been focusing on the Spanish dialect.
Spain.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Because Spanish, that's the same thing. So, yeah, thanks. Okay, so I've been focusing on the Spain dialect. I don't know, just because in my head I want to go to Spain and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but that's just probably some weird thing that I do because obviously Lisa is learning both.
Yeah, because even when I'm listening to someone like Andrea who's has a Mexican dialect, I like automatically in my mind, if she says cinco or if she says cinco, I'll say cinco in my mind, you know, like if she's trying to say 5. But yeah.
That's good. That's very impressive because I can't say too many things in my mind. But anyway, yeah. So I focused on the Spanish dialect, and the way that I watch the videos is I just started from like the beginning with the old videos, and I just go in order, and I watch every single one, no matter if they're boring, if I'm falling asleep through them. It's probably not ideal, but I don't know. It's just something to me. It's something about seeing the evolution of how you know. Pablo got better. He got better with his drawings, and how, you know, Sandra came into the picture and how she got better. So I don't know. I just kind of like seeing that. True. But you just think you just don't want to fall asleep.
I think that's one of the things I wanted to talk about was my attention. And I know we mentioned this in the last video of our paying attention and being present in those videos. But it feels like where I am right now is it's hard to like focus for that whole 9 minutes, 15 minutes. So say if I'm watching like a 15-minute video, I'm almost always, I almost always know what they're saying in the beginning. And then somewhere halfway in the middle, it's kind of like, oh wait, what are you guys saying? and then it kind of like, I start to, okay, what are they saying again? And then, and it's not because partly because I don't understand what they're saying fully, so it's hard to keep your attention to it. But the biggest thing for me, I think, is that it's hard to focus. Like, you have to focus. So I'm still focusing. Like, I'm not at the point where, like, how you're listening to me and you speak English and we're both English speakers, you don't even have to think. You're just listening. I'm not there with Spanish, obviously. Right, yeah. So it takes attention and focus. And so I can handle it. So I must have a low attention span. I don't know. Because it's like that first 5 minutes, it's like, oh, God, I got it. Yeah. And then it's like, huh?
You're like, what happened? What am I doing?
Yeah. And I don't really necessarily rewind it. I know you rewind it.
Yeah. I do have moments where I'll catch a word, so I'm super excited, and then like I use that word to try and figure out what happened. So before it's all said and done, I'm like, oh wait, what were they saying anyway? So then I usually just go back and rewind it, maybe like 10, 20, 30 seconds, just so I can kind of watch it again. And then if I go through a whole video and I don't understand it, I'll just go back and watch it again in that moment, because it's still, to me, it's still hours or time of input. So I would say, for me, over this last month, I've had some moments of like during the videos where I have like a minute or 2 minutes of completely understanding like everything, like 90, 95%, sometimes 100%, depending on the video. And then after that, not so much. So I've had some videos where I kind of don't understand anything and I'm just trusting the process. And there has been a little bit of frustration for me personally, because I just think like, man, how is this, I'm pretty confident that Pablo will want to interview us, because I'm like, I can tell you that there was a time where I thought there was nothing going on. So if I get to the point where I'm ever speaking Spanish, which that's the goal, but once I get to the point where I'm speaking Spanish on this channel, you will all know that it actually works, because there are times right now where I'm like, man, what is happening? Like, I don't know how these people actually learn from doing this type. Do you experience that?
Yeah. I think there's, on those moments where you're not understanding this, you have those moments of, oh my God, I'm never going to get this. And then, it's really like learning a language, and you probably all agree, and learning a language this way, for sure, is like a roller coaster. There are moments of, oh my God, I got it. And like, we're all like, oh yeah, we understand Spanish. We can totally do this. Right. And then the next day we're like sad because this is so super frustrating. And I just watched a whole video and I didn't understand what they were saying. Right. So it's really a lot of ups and downs. And, and I know some teachers, I understand them better than others. Pablo and Sandra are easier to understand for some reason. But I know I'm evolving, because Sandra before was so hard, and she made me mad because it wasn't even her fault. But it was like, she's talking too fast. You know, I'd be like, she's talking too fast, or this or that.
Right.
But really, obviously, I've evolved and gotten better because now she's easier for me.
And then, you know, I would say, and we're going to do a video on this later, but I would say that one of the things that we're kind of both running up against is to translate or not to translate, to look up a word or not to look up a word. Yeah. So, and we've done some research and have some thoughts on that, but we're already at like 10 minutes in this video, so we don't want to take too much more time, but we will post a video soon after this one with just some thoughts on that. So I would say, like, if I had to summarize kind of how I felt over the last month, I mean, I had some really good moments where I was actually understanding quite a bit. I've had some dilemmas on whether or not I should look up words, and it's kind of hindered me to some extent, which I'll explain a little bit later. And then I kind of had a realization that I'm just going to try and just trust the process and just try and actually listen to the words in Spanish, because I have a habit of like listening to the words and trying to figure out what it means. But I really just want to, like, almost to the point where when they say a word in Spanish, I repeat that word in Spanish to myself. So I repeat the whole sentence, everything. So it kind of helps me stay focused. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah. So, yeah, see, we don't talk about everything.
No.
But, all right. Okay, all right.
I know, a lot of our conversations have been about looking up words. So that's going to be a big one to talk about, because we kind of go back and forth about whether or not we should and whether or not we do and how often we have, and blah, blah, blah. So that's going to be, we'll do that one next. Yeah.
So if you had to summarize kind of how, you know, it's been for you over the last month, have you already done that? Or do you think you...
I'm just a roller coaster is how it's been, of good days, bad days. And I know stuff, I don't know stuff. And a lot of moments of trusting the process, like reminding myself to trust the process. I know there was one, there's a YouTuber out there, Brian Black. If you guys haven't seen him yet, he's at like 1,000 hours already. Watching people like that kind of helps motivate me to watch more and stuff like that. But it's really when you see him talking about how he's able to speak at 1,000 hours and stuff, it just reminds me to trust the process. So that's just one of those things I just keep putting in my head, is just trust that even if I'm like, it is all going over my head, I'm just trusting that it's all it's getting in there somehow.
And we'll include some links down below for, I guess, Brian's channel and for Dreaming Spanish. And also, we wanted to try something new. So we think that at the end of our videos, we're just going to kind of give like a recommended video or one that we liked. And we'll try our best to not share some that are premium, although we strongly recommend that you get the premium. I mean, it's like $8 a month, and it supports them. Yeah, it supports all the coaches and stuff, the teachers. That's one of the biggest reasons that I do it, because I definitely want them to not go away. Yeah, so what's your favorite video?
Mine is from Pablo. It is an intermediate video. It's called How I Managed to Forgive. And I think that's the title. And on the screen, he has a story of forgiveness. So that's actually a really, really cool one. You know what? And again, that one, I understood it, but I didn't understand it 100%. I put it on the list. But I understood it enough that that was a really cool one.
Okay, awesome. And mine is from Sandra, and it is How to Travel for Cheap. The reason I like that one is because, as I mentioned before, I like the evolution of Dreaming Spanish, and I believe that was her first video. So it was just really cool to see like how she was already engaging, and you know, it's cool. And yeah, so I really like that one. It's just something about it. So that's the one that I recommend. And then the other thing that we want to do, so I should say this, we kind of really like when we open up our YouTube channel and there's like, oh, somebody said something. Sorry, we're not like diehard, you know, content creator YouTube people. We're just normal people, so we get excited about that. So So we say all that to say that there's some really good stuff that people say in the comments, and we know that you don't spend all day on our channel looking at stuff, so you probably may miss some of that. So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of create a series of videos called Comment on the Comment. I don't have it, I don't have it copywritten. I mean, that's, you know, it could be out there somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, so, hashtag comment on the comment. So we're going to have comment on the comment. So what we're going to do is just kind of go through and pick out some comments that we think people would like to see. And then we'll do a video where we just talk about those comments and share those comments so everybody can.
There's some good stuff.
Yeah, it's some
really good stuff and advice and where people are, because everybody who's commenting is in a different stage in their learning process. So it's kind of cool. Yeah.
So with that being said, comment on the video so we can hopefully use yours. I mean, sorry, we're not going to give you like a gift card or anything if we use you, but you know, but we'd be able to share your thoughts with the Dreaming Spanish community, which is the whole idea. So I think that is about it. Okay, cool. All right. So, well, thanks for stopping by. We look forward to our next video, and keep on comprehensible inputting. Adios.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Hola.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
I said, hola.
Wait. Hola.
Hola. Is it on?
Maybe.
Hola.
Hola.
Oh, we forgot to tell the kids to be quiet.
Baby.